Okay, here's another one involving composition of functions. The type of function that we have for the outer function is a little more interesting here, and so it's going to make coming up with the formula a little more interesting. As I said in the last video, order matters. The idea is we put x into the inner function here. F follows h, so h is first. Put x in first to h, take that output and put it into f. Now I'm going to do this in the reverse order compared to the previous example. I'm going to come up with a formula first. So h of x, that's x plus 3. Wherever I see x in the formula for f, I'm going to replace it with x plus 3. Now back here, x was squared, so all of x plus 3 has to get squared in that replacement. Worse yet, sorry, some of you will view this as worse, squaring that, if you have to, write it as something times itself and then do FOIL. There is a special formula that makes this go quicker. I covered that in a video several months back. But you don't just get x squared plus 9. You're going to get a middle term where you're doubling 3x. So x squared plus 6x plus 9 plus the 2 that we already had for a total of x squared plus 6x plus 11. So evaluating at -3, using the formula that we've come up with here, -3 squared, remember anything squared, any real number squared is non-negative, plus 6 times -3, plus 11, we're going to get -9 plus 11 is 2. When we plug in the 2, it's going to give us 4 plus 12 plus 11 for a total of 27. Whereas if we had, notice by the way, squaring, multiplication, adding, 2 of them. The x squared and the 6x, and then adding on 11. Once we had that formula, there's only 4 steps of arithmetic. Now, if I were to do this like in the last video, where I go step by step, plugging -3 into h, because again, that's the inner function that f is following. -3 plus 3 is 0. And that gets plugged into f of x. Zero squared plus 2 would give me 2. And that's what I came up with here. On that I had 1, 2, 3 steps of arithmetic to do. If I put in the 2 into h first, and take that result and plug that into f, I get 27 the same way I did over here. I'll grant that by just multiplying this out, I'm I'm actually winding up with another step of arithmetic. But in general, when you have several values of x to be plugging in, it's better to come up with the composite function in advance. And more often than not, you're going to have less arithmetic to do when evaluating, and probably easier arithmetic to do at that.